So this is such a female-led cast. It also has amazing queer representation on and off the screen. So what does that mean to you to be a part of?
Oh my gosh, it means so much. It honestly means more than I think I knew signing on to the project. I didn't know how this show was going to affect me the way it has, and I came out myself like during season 1 as bisexual, and so it was just creating a space that I felt comfortable to do that, and also being okay to question parts of who I was and who I am, and that's okay to do, and it's okay to not know too, and and I think that this show is a great representation of just accepting yourself of where you're at, and we support female rights and wrongs here, so.
And everyone's kind of finding themselves even amongst all the darkness. So are we going to see more gay representation on screen this season?
Yes, it's very gay this season, and I'm very excited for everybody to see what's in store.
My last question, Misty has such an iconic smile. She's always trying to be happy amongst everything. So how do you kind of perfect that emotion with so much darkness happening?
All of my stuff with Misty is, there's certain things that even with my walk, when I have like the wig on and when I'm in my, I've got contacts and glasses, and like it's such a character that like I don't even really notice sometimes when I do certain things. But I think more than anything is just leaning into this this youthfulness about her, So when she smiles, it's like she it's this young, like really wanting to be accepted thing, And then also has a different smile when it comes to she just got hurt and now she's like, okay. And then she's going to keep that, though, in the back of her mind later on, Well,
thank you so much. Congratulations. So this show is obviously very female-led, but it also has great queer representation. So what does that mean to you to be a part of?
As somebody who stands under the LGBTQ plus umbrella, being a kid in the 90s, it's everything. I wish I had representation like this, I wish I saw characters that looked like me that made loving women okay.
And we're definitely going to get to see more of, Thaisa and Van's relationship after the incident. We're going to kind of find out what happened. So what can you kind of tease? What are you excited for fans to see?
I want you guys to fall in love the way I fell in love with her. I want you guys to see the love story that we tried so hard to honor that Jazz and Liv created to begin with, Yeah.
And I mean, you mentioned a little bit about just wanting to see these characters, like everyone deserves to have representation, but also seeing, an older queer couple is not as represented as it should be. So again, how do you feel about that?
It's amazing. I mean, honestly, what we had growing up and who I could relate to is nothing like what the new generation has to relate to, and I'm so happy for the new generation. We still have a long way to go, I know that, obviously, but I'm so happy that this new generation has a lot more representation to identify with and see themselves in. It makes me very proud, and I'm excited for the future.
Thank you so much. I won't keep you, but congrats. Thank you.
What's up? Oh,
nice to see you again.
Yo, I love the way this mic is. This is cool.
Thank you. I made it myself. I'm just kidding. I was like, whoa.
I painted it.
I really got into it.
It's cool.
Okay. So obviously this show is so female leading, and it also has such great queer representation. I don't think that when it first started, everyone knew, the span that it was going to have. So what does that mean to you both?
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for everybody.
It is so cool to kind of see a show that champions everyone in such a everyone gets the right screen time. Everyone gets their moment. Everyone gets to feel really like the weight that their role has, and that's really great that there's so much representation on this show and incredible actors to help with that.
Yes.
And it elevates it to another level. It gives me chills. I feel so lucky to be on this show. It's crazy. Yeah.
Agreed. I'm so excited that we get to see even more of it this season. I think that this show has really given a voice to everybody in that sense.
Absolutely. And both of your characters really go through a lot, especially in the beginning of this season. Right? Yeah, you're fine. You're not crying or anything. It's totally chill. So just really, how did you prepare for those super emotional roles?
Music. I think wearing the big headphones that zone everybody out and just listening to songs that kind of put you in the mood just really allow you to drop into it.
Yeah, everyone's kind of learned how each person needs to prep for those kinds of scenes. For me, it's like I got to walk away until action, pretty much. Like I'm by myself for a lot of that. I'm walking and I'm pacing, because it's just like it's so heavy, the material that we do, and we have to do our best to do it justice, because I think the writers spend so much time and love and care on the script. And I really think the actors on this show like are so good at giving each other space. So it's cool. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Thank you, guys.
Hello.
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
So I have to ask, obviously this is such a queer-led, female-led cast on, characters on and off screen. So what does that mean to you, and how has your view of that kind of changed as we've seen more of these characters?
How has my view of what changed?
Just, I don't think we knew the extent of the representation when this first started to where we are now. So just how are you feeling now in season 3?
Oh, I'm so proud. Melanie Lynskey, queer icon. I am so honored to be a part of such a queer and female show, and not just that there's so many, not just that it's a show that's about so many women and girls, but that these women and girls are allowed to be messy and strong and fucked up and manipulative and evil, cannibalistic. Usually even when we get to focus on girls, they're like kind of undone. They're like pretty but messy, but here they're like gross and horrible, and we deserve to see that, and it is really cool.
We deserve their rights and their wrongs. We support all of it. What are you really looking forward to even outside of this show just for this year?
Oh, I have an EP that I'm going to be releasing. I know I've been saying that, but it's true, okay? I've filmed 4 of the 5 music videos. It's very queer, very fun. All of the songs are about people that I dated for like 3 weeks or less in the summer of 2020, like in my whore era, and it turned it into an EP. It's like the most sapphic thing I've ever said. And I'm really excited to share that with the world. And my podcast, Today in Gay. Y'all, I have never been more proud of anything I've ever done. Part of that is because I think that this podcast is really important, and we deserve somewhere to tune in every day to hear headlines that are affecting our community. But also, and I say this with pride, everyone is being paid the same. As a producer, that's something that I want to see happen in this industry. Everyone on the team makes the same hourly rate. It doesn't matter what their position. Everyone on our team is queer. And so that means that actually our executive assistant is making more than everybody else. As she should, because she's working more hours than everybody else. And I just think that if you're going to make something and talk a talk, you have to walk the fucking walk. And I hope that others will start doing what I'm doing and fucking pay people fair. It's not that hard.
Thank you so much for stopping. Congrats. It's always great to see you. Hello.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. It's so wonderful to see you. I'm a big fan of the show. I feel like when we first started, we didn't really know the trajectory that this show was truly going to have, and the representation of women and queer people on and off the screen that it really carries. So what does it mean to you to be a part of that?
It really means a lot to me. I would have a very hard time being on a show that did not have any kind of representation, so it's very important to me. I feel very protective of those characters. And I think it's great. I really love... The first time I read the script, I was really struck by how fully realized all the younger characters were. They weren't just stereotypes or archetypes or the mean girl or the sporty one. They were all of those things. And that was my favorite thing about the script when I read it. It was like, these all feel like human beings, which is kind of rare, sad to say. Yeah.
And a lot of the characters obviously have crazy storylines. When you're going into yours particularly, are you ever really surprised on what Shauna is up to?
Yeah, this season I was really surprised. This season I was like, what am I doing? Yeah, it gets really crazy. But it's also fun. She lets herself be a bit wild. Yeah.
All of her wrongs, honestly. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
You too.
How are you feeling tonight?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm amazing. I have to ask, obviously going into this show, it's so female-led, but then also there's such great queer representation, and we've seen that grow throughout the season. So how do you think that the show has kind of handled just bringing in more storylines like that?
It's clear that it's like a focus that the show has and a priority that the show has, and that's something that I'm stoked to be a part of. And like it's a focus and a priority of mine and my own work as well. So it feels good.
And just, the bonding on set is obviously so great. We see the bonding of the characters. How has it been working with the team?
I say this all the time, but like I think we're very lucky to be in an ensemble of people in our age bracket. Like, actually, that's not very common. To be in a team this big, like of people in like a similar situation as you, and we've grown together a lot over the years that we've been making this show, and that's very special.
And even outside of this show, what are you most excited for this year? What are you trying to bring to 2025?
Oh my God. Actually, I've been telling my partner that 2025 is the year that I reclaim my joie de vivre.
What?
My joie de vivre. It's like joy of life, like a French expression. I'm trying to be spontaneous. I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to like not get so bogged down in like details or anxieties. Or I just really want to be present and I want to enjoy myself and I want to like be here.
Well, I hope you get to do that. Thank you so much.